Disney, Rachel Zegler pulled a bold stunt in London so outrageous audiences were yelling, refund, in 4 languages. Thanks to a failed publicity move and dozens of smartphone videos, the big number she was meant to sing in Evita is now everywhere online. It's not really about the love story, she said, which is wonderful. Whether she finds love, we'll see in 2024. Andrew's scenes might get cut. It's Hollywood after all. But her sincerity doesn't land anymore. Zegler's long history of saying woke, annoying things caught up with her. She's not just woke, she's woke in a way that feels unhinged. Major Hollywood voices have slammed her as arrogant, ungrateful, and tone-deaf. She's the first actress to become box office poison, before ever becoming box office. From wrecking Snow White to damaging Disney's reputation, she's now a cautionary tale of how ego and woke activism can destroy a career. Some even called her the worst actress in Hollywood. What was once a beloved family film is now considered woke trash. Fans were outraged, especially after Disney's new Snow White made comments wishing harm on Trump supporters. People warned, do not see this film. Let's rewind to her so-called career. At 17, Zegler landed the lead role of Maria in Spielberg's West Side Story. Impressive, no doubt. Spielberg is no lightweight. She even won a Golden Globe, sparking buzz she was the next big star. Studios were obsessed. Disney thought they struck gold. So they went all in, casting her as Snow White and throwing over $200 million at it, like CGI money grew on trees. It didn't. Zegler, now 23, raised on TikTok, started promoting radical views like, Intifada is the only global solution. By 2025, the supposed sweetheart of Hollywood was off the red carpet, dodging online backlash, crying on stage during Evita, and getting mocked in memes for playing to empty theaters. Sure, the song she sang was iconic, but all anyone noticed was the dramatic balcony moment. Evita got so desperate, they started streaming her performance outside the venue like a street show. Couldn't sell tickets? No problem. Just slap a screen up and hope someone walking to Starbucks notices. Tickets literally dropped to zero. Free. That's how excited people were to hear her sing about Argentina. Some argued fans would miss hearing her live, but claimed the film element made up for it. Still, Disney set her up to fail, and she helped. Casting her as Snow White sparked instant backlash. The original 1937 version had a sweet, fair-skinned princess with old-school charm. Disney replaced that with Zegler's version, a girl boss with a superiority complex and a vendetta against fairy tales. She's woke in a way even moderates can't ignore. And you don't have to be a Disney superfan to feel the jarring shift. Families just wanted a bit of nostalgia. Instead, they got a politically loaded remake that felt more like a TED Talk than a fairy tale. Here's Zegler herself, explaining her modern Snow White. Snow White is still the girl you remember, but updated for today. It's about redefining what fairest of them all means. For her, it's about discovering herself, her voice, her agency, so she can become a fair and just ruler. But she didn't stop there. She called the prince a stalker, mocked the love story as weird, and claimed Snow White wasn't about skin tone. It's because she survived a blizzard. A blizzard? Who greenlit that rewrite? The same people who turned the 7 dwarfs into glowing CGI blobs? Don't even go there. They didn't include dwarfs, because the left always circles back to the exact thing they claim to oppose. Critics and fans blasted her for mocking the very character she was paid to play. Imagine getting millions to play Snow White, then using interviews to say how stupid Snow White is. It's like casting Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool and him saying, I hate superheroes. This suit smells like garlic. Okay, Ryan might say that, but at least he's funny. Rachel? Not so much. At every premiere, people line up just to see me, she once said. Zegler doesn't just think she's a star, she thinks she's sacred, and she's not shy about it. Fans had enough. The hashtag #NotMySnowWhite exploded, right as her box office crashed. Audiences were done. Tired of watching celebrities ruin beloved classics just to prove how woke they are. Rachel's version of Snow White didn't just disappoint, it offended. She disrespected the original film, the character, the romance, even the prince. She mocked everything she was hired to represent. She criticized the 1937 classic for focusing on a love story with a man who stalks her. Yeah, she said. Weird. Weird. According to her, just casting a guy doesn't mean it's a love story. But it didn't stop there. She alienated everyone. A rising star should know how to handle fame. Smile, wave, thank your fans. But Rachel? She did the opposite. One fan sang a line from West Side Story to her at Chili's. Instead of smiling, she told Jimmy Kimmel that the fan ruined her night. Who says that? Thanks for liking me, peasant. Now my enchiladas are ruined. Seriously? In another clip, she described the Sharks gang from West Side Story as a rainbow of the Latino community, but couldn't actually name what that diversity meant. And then came Disneyland. While riding the Snow White ride, based on the very movie she stars in, she admitted she has to pretend to like people when they ask for photos. Pretend. She openly said she fakes being nice to fans. The same fans who keep her career alive. If that's not ungrateful, what is? She even told followers online, just hit the unfollow button. I don't need your business, babe. What business? The one fans gave you? Now let's talk numbers, because this wasn't just a cringe fest. It was a financial disaster. Disney spent over $200 million making the Snow White remake and another $100 million plus on marketing. That's more than some countries' GDP. What did they get in return? A US opening weekend of just $43 million. By week 2, sales dropped by 66%. That's not a dip. That's the Titanic. With lifeboats screaming and sinking. For a long time, no one has captured public disdain like Rachel Zegler. The damage was done. Theaters pulled the movie from top time slots. It got pushed to awkward midday screenings or dropped entirely. In China, a market where Disney usually makes bank, it made less than $1 million. That's popcorn money. Final estimate, $150 million in losses. The kind of failure that makes Disney execs rethink their careers. Someone probably retired early to avoid the emails. And yet Rachel told a reporter and her psychiatrist, every inch of my body is built to be worshipped. My compassion has no boundaries. So yeah, go woke. Go broke isn't just a slogan anymore. Rachel Zegler made it a business model. She insulted fans, disrespected the original creators, ruined the character, and torched a $300 million project in flames.